We're looking at something that goes boom in this episode of the Gear Guide. You know, having a pistol as a sidearm is a ton of fun, but there is one thing that can top it. Now, not in ammo capacity, at least for reloads, but definitely in sheer firepower, and that's this little bitty launcher from S Thunder. So the S Thunder launcher comes in a few different versions. This is the long version without the rail. There are shorter versions with rails and without, and made of different materials, but this one is made of plastic, which means it is super light, and it's a pretty solid plastic. I've actually played quite a few games with this just tucked in my vest, or running around the field, or jammed in my pocket, and this little guy has held up just fine. Now to complement this, of course, you gotta have something in it, because by itself, it isn't gonna do anything. But you do have these little guys, especially if you play indoor fast CQB and you want to get a kind of drop on the opponent, but don't want to blast him with a huge shell and do a lot of damage. I mean, those things, those big ones, can kind of sting quite a bit. But these little guys are perfect for the indoor. They come in a 2-pack. You get 2 of these plus a bunch of red plugs. Now what the red plugs are for is because the top is open here, it's fully exposed, you actually fill it full of BBs and you put the little red rubber plug on the end. That holds all the BBs in, holds about 30 each, and gives you this great shotgun blast. Of course, these are green gas powered. These smaller ones are not dual powered. Some of the other shells are CO2 powered, like the longer ones and the ones that shoot the foam balls, but these little ones are designed for green gas. So you put a little green gas here in the bottom, and then you're ready to go. Once it's charged up, you open up the launcher, you drop it in, and you're good to go. And because you get 2 of these in a pack, you've got an instant reload ready to go. And because these things are so small, you can drop in a pocket or a small pouch and not worry about having to have a dedicated 40mm shell holster to keep it with you on the field. And again, they're so light and small, you can carry a bunch of these on you, no problem. Now you just got to go find an unwilling victim to unleash it on. You do have a safe and fire switch, so safe is up, fire is down, and then the switch over here above the trigger allows you to hinge this thing open to make a quick change and close it back up. Essentially, inside, it's just a little button. When you pull the trigger, it presses the back of the shell goes off, and all the BBs are expelled. And let me tell you what, this thing is extremely satisfying when you get the drop on someone and you give them the blast. Now, because these are low power shells, you're not going to get incredible range. You're not going to shoot people from across the field. I think really max effective range on this is probably 40, maybe 50 feet on the very high end. But even in really close, like let's say you're looking at 10 to 15 foot engagements, you get a great pattern. In fact, I found out just recently that about 10 to 15 feet away, you get a nice human-sized blast when you get the drop on someone. Boom! So guys, if you're looking for something really fun to replace your sidearm or just another gun in the arsenal for close quarter encounters, check out the S Thunder lineup of products from Airsoft RS Tactical. You can pick up the launcher here in this version for right around $50 US and the shells for just under $80 for a 2-pack, and they include about 20 extra rubber plugs to get you going. So guys, what do you think about launchers as sidearms? Do you even use sidearms that often on the field? Personally, I always carry a pistol. I find that you can get a jam, you can have a gun go down, and for me, if you're playing a little close, I kind of like to be the nice guy and switch over to a sidearm to get those up close kills. Plus for me also, it's really satisfying to get that pistol kill. I don't know, it just seems more challenging and a little more exciting to do that versus using your big AAG. But when you swap to something like this, oh my goodness, it was so much fun. But what do you think about these launchers? Do you think these low power ones are perfect for indoors? Do you think the big ones are a little too umphy? Let me know in the comment section below. Well guys, that's it for this episode of the Gear Guide. I'll be back in the next one where I fill these full of silly string and make the most amazing party popper you've ever seen in your life.